Okay. And okay, so here's and what we got to do is we got to get ready.
Oh, the door.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Could you lock the door? Fuck's sake. I mean, it's not a lot of tasks. It's like
I'm
four
sorry.
things.
Didn't know it was my job this week.
I don't know what. Well, I don't want to say I don't know what is his job.
Yeah, but
It's to remind me that I miss teaching special ed. So.
By the way, I
Sure.
said something
Yeah.
before. Just be careful because the
Oh yeah, you dropped it. Yeah.
the bag rips and
Oh,
the can.
oh. So wait. So we're starting. I'm sorry. We
Yeah.
gotta be. We
Yeah,
gotta be
professional, please.
We have theme music.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm Burger.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the I'm Burger podcast. We actually have a great show tonight. Alex Powers is working on getting down here. Just having car trouble. Okay. We got the usual suspects. We got Ryan Talmo.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Mr. Johnny, John Marky Owens.
Yo.
No, I'm on.
And
Daniel
introduce yourself,
Vargas.
buddy. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I'm here, alive and well.
Diego Vargas.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in
Jeremy
about a month.
Weinard, right?
Weend.
Wiener.
I'm here.
Say your last name.
Weend. Like we and somebody else went
Oh,
to
yeah. Oh,
a
that's cool.
studio to
Weend.
record
Okay,
a podcast.
okay.
Kind of sounds like a little
You
kid
might want to
saying, I
respell
wean
that.
my
No, I'm.
That's the other thing. I can go like a wee man. Yes.
I always like that though when someone is. Well, anyway. And then me. I'm here.
Thank
You're
God
here.
you're
We
here.
got Kevin Anderson
Yeah,
coming.
he's on his way,
He's
yeah.
not coming, but he's going to drop someone off, drive home, and then come pick
Pretty
them
much.
up.
He's
Yeah.
going to take us to
Yeah,
Vegas.
it's gonna be like
actually.
Vegas
Way
all
of us.
over again.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of stuff going on. One of the things that I've been caught up with, I'm glad we're all comics because I think everyone's heard about this, talked about this, but Amy Schumer.
Right.
So
She's
I,
Benedict.
I saw the video.
Yeah. Somebody posted. I saw it.
It's
Sure.
way too fucking close. Since they knew each other. If they didn't know each other, if there was no connection between them.
But is it close in the sense of like just two people doing jokes that were something that?
Exact.
They're just-
And
yeah,
one
that-
did them first.
yeah. But who can say who did those jokes first?
Kind of like when someone makes a car with a certain thing, and then but they just did it first.
Right. No. And the idea of the fact
You
that
can't
the
really make the same car
Right.
because there's patents, protection, copyrights. But in
Honda-
comedy,
right.
we don't have it so much, but we do in the sense of video.
Oh, absolutely, I
Yeah.
agree.
And so, like I say, if she didn't know him, if they didn't do a radio show together,
Right.
if he hadn't done that joke all over video, or on video, maybe.
She could have said at the end, "Hey, you know what? I did this as a tribute to him."
I do a bit
Right.
where I say, look, nobody sat in front. Wow, you guys have seen my show before. I have this one bit where I piss on the whole front row.
I've been
And
on that
people-
show, by the way, and yeah,
you've
I got
heard-
wet.
no,
Yeah.
But and it's Lenny Bruce.
Right.
And I always say that's homage to Lenny Bruce, greatest
Perfect.
comic ever. And then I go on. I don't claim it as my bit.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't act like I can. It's the only thing I do that I didn't originally come up with.
Now, you
And it
see,
was
I've been
just-
doing
yeah.
your act for like 5 years now. and
Yeah,
I
but you're
gotta
not
tell
good,
you
so it's safe.
that-
Yeah, it just makes me look better.
I go in
Yeah.
as Jeremy Berger, and whatever. It's no big deal.
Which is
After
exactly
you do it, they go, "Wow, that's who should be doing it."
which
this guy,
is exactly my argument for that hack Patrice O'Neill.
right? Yeah,
Well,
stole that joke by doing it before she.
I saw-
Yeah,
Exactly.
I saw an interview with her on
Yeah.
TMZ, but she was claiming that it was kind of like a homage to Patrice.
Now
said it at
she's
the
claiming
end.
homage.
She's claiming it.
Yeah, she should have said at the end.
Wait, now she's
Now
claiming
she's
it.
claiming.
But
She
if
should have
it's
said
like
good night, or when she put the microphone back on the stand, she
She
should have
shot
went,
that like fucking 3 months
love you,
ago.
Patrice O'Neill, good night, guys.
Yeah,
and
that
that's
was a
it.
tribute to
She
Patrice.
Right.
shot
Homage
that
to
3 months
Patrice
ago.
O'Neill.
She's full of shit.
Yeah,
No, I know
yeah,
that-
now
that-
that she
that's-
got
I'm
caught.
sure she's completely saving
Yeah,
herself.
Chris
on it.
Rock produced the video.
Yeah.
And,
But, I mean, the
and
old-
she did it at the Apollo.
Why
Like
wouldn't
she may as
you
well
say
have gone
shit?
and restarted slavery. Like seriously, like you go to the
Wow, that's heavy.
Apollo and
Jeez,
steal
that's
a
heavy.
dead black man's joke. Like holy fuck!
Well, you know what? Let's be honest. If the black community was really going to
Yeah.
come out about somebody fucking them, I don't think a white lady
Yeah,
is gonna be
no,
somebody they're going to be that pissed about.
You know her next.
A white
special's
lady
at
with a big
Auschwitz,
ass.
and
They're not
she's
gonna.
doing all
Nobody's
Lenny
gonna care.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane though. I mean,
It is insane. What do you think? Would just like the fact that those jokes have been around for how many years?
Well, yes, but
Yeah.
the problem being is people like her who have no real existence to talk about. They're grabbing at premises.
Right.
I don't want to go to D'Elia again, but again, a guy who grew up that rich, talking about this, and that he could never understand, talking about cholos he's never been around. We know whose joke that is, And so it's like he's talking about things he's heard other comics talk about.
Yeah. Right.
He's never lived them. She's never lived this bullshit she's talking. And that's the problem. Comics used to be their act.
Yeah. And then
I think.
now-
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no.
No, go ahead. No,
You're the
please.
guest.
I don't think they always used to be their act. I mean, Richard Pryor used to be his act. That's the thing.
He started
is that-
off not as Zach.
No,
exactly.
into
He
his
started
act,
off as Bill Cosby.
right.
That was
But-
his biggest influence.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, but
only
he
on the rape
became
thing.
Yeah, you're getting around the raping
Loved
side.
raping women.
he became Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
he became himself.
Well,
you
you,
know, and
you
that's what-
evolve
that-
with your voice.
That's the thing.
But
is
he
that the
wasn't
comedy
doing
community-
Bill Cosby. He was doing like
He was
goofy
being a clean
comedy.
black comic.
Right.
He
Yeah.
was doing what Bill Cosby was
to
doing.
get shows.
He was
but,
stealing his essence,
but
I
again,
guess
but he
you could say.
wasn't doing Bill Cosby's material.
Well, he also was miserable about it and ran off to San
Yes.
Francisco and became homeless for
he walked
fucking
out on
years
a show.
because of it.
He walked on a show, but that's not
Yeah.
the thing. He
But what I-
wasn't doing Cosby's material.
What I was saying was that like a lot of comics like revered Pryor is like the comic to be like. You know, he is
Yeah.
the one that you emulate. This is the guy you can't be him, but you emulate.
Absolutely, sure.
See, you don't emulate
You
him,
got to
though.
be real. I mean,
right there. You see his reality.
that's what I
and you
mean.
bring
That's what I
your
mean. Like,
reality.
when I say
Right.
emulation, I'm not
That's the
talking
thing.
about like being like, oh, like what's up, motherfuckers? Like you can't.
That was
drop
pretty
these
good, actually.
motherfuckers.
That was.
Worst
No, I thought it was pretty good.
That was a
That
bad Cosby,
For-
much
for-
less Pryor.
that was a bad Amy Schumer.
No,
All right.
that was a horrible Amy Schumer. But I'm talking about like emulate him in the sense that that's how you want to be a comic. You want to be real like Pryor.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's what I mean by emulate.
Well,
Yeah.
he's one of the. I mean, he's one of the realest comics. Amy Schumer, she just rode high on Comedy Central. That's all she did. She did a roast on Charlie Sheen, and everyone's like, "Who is she?" And then she just got a special off of that. She got a TV show off of
So
that.
I
She
feel
got a
bad.
movie
I don't know
after
enough
that.
about Amy Schumer to. I mean, that's why. That's
really
why.
don't.
I guess I'm 50-50 on
I
it.
thought
Like,
she-
Wasn't she in Bridesmaids?
yeah, I don't. I
What's
don't.
up?
Right, and I don't know her
Bridesmaids?
enough, so I don't know her enough to
No.
like to be upset with her.
enlighten
Dumb
us
guy.
on her.
How does she get the movie of?
Wait, I want to hear about
I thought
this.
she was
What?
hot.
Hey, Diego, you know this is live. It's a, why did I call you Diego?
Because you're racist.
You want
I
to
don't know. I thought we were in an episode of Dora the Explorer. I don't know.
You-
I don't
wanna know
why. I
about
thought I
her?
heard your name wrong the whole time.
Diego.
I don't know what this word alive means.
Why can't I remember your name right now? Daniel. That sounded
Diego.
Diego, didn't it?
Diego.
close.
It's the same
You
thing.
know, it starts with a D. Sure.
Yeah.
Got a couple of the other letters in
That
there
sounds
somewhere.
You got.
It's okay, Burger.
What'd you
I
wanna
don't.
know?
I don't like you either.
But my thing is, with Amy Schumer, things like that, I thought she popped out of nowhere.
She did, in a way. She did that roast of Charlie Sheen, which that's just a fucking gimmick now. That's not even a roast.
Oh, those roasts are
roasts
awful.
are
The
bullshit.
those roasts are
the
awful.
Dean Martin roast, like
Those
the
were
best.
Those are
thing.
great. Yeah, those are fantastic.
Oh, I can watch
the
that,
roasts
like, on
today are
YouTube.
like
Those
awful.
were friends roasting people.
Yeah, the ones today are
Not
like
agents putting people in shows.
No,
Yeah.
I get a little awkward when I watch these things now. It's like,
It-
oh
it's-
my god, who's writing this stuff?
It's not comedy. But today's roast.
It's
but,
bullying, is
but
what it
It's
is.
bullying.
is.
Yes,
And I'm on a level
That
with you.
is horseshit.
I'm a little bit of a bully. I fucking love the roast.
that's great.
I'm a little bit of a bully.
But that's what she wrote on. She did the Charlie Sheen, and everyone's like, "Who the hell is she?" And then she got a show, and and then the Trainwreck movie that came out with that Judd Apatow.
Right.
Judd Apatow saw her being interviewed on Howard Stern, and she was talking about something with her dad, all
Yeah.
this shit, and that's what Judd is like. Oh, you should write me a movie. And then she's just riding on this shit. That's all she is.
Good for her in
No,
that
no,
sense.
and all that.
Yeah,
good for
I don't
her.
I don't take anything away from somebody
And you
for
know what?
getting a break.
She should have been a writer.
But sure.
And she should have written for little blonde girls to do material about being
Yeah.
little blonde girls
Who love to give
who
blowjobs.
grew up in nice little families, and all that shit. But don't be. What it is there's so many people out there that are frauds. Absolute.
Oh, there's so many
frauds.
comics.
But they're getting over.
And
So we
actors.
nailed the fat Jew.
Yeah.
We've nailed.
But he's not really a comic.
But
He's
we've
a
nailed
joke.
this comic here and there.
I never even heard of him until
Yeah.
this
No, I
this
never
whole
did
thing
either.
came
No,
out.
What he would do is he would take
I know,
comics
he'd redo
jokes
them and not
then
give him
put
credit.
them on memes.
Yeah. But
And
we
But
nailed
comics do
all
that
the
with
money
other
for it.
people's
But we
memes.
ended his contracts and career.
Right.
We've nailed other
He
comics.
still has his wine.
Well, we've
deal.
nailed other
Still has
comics
his wine deal.
for doing this thing, but we pick and choose. So my question is, why do some people get away with doing this? For example, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. That got nailed for the 9/11 thing.
Oh, the
Steve
guy,
Renazizi.
Yeah. From
Oh,
Okay,
right,
but he
yeah.
never told that on stage. He told that amongst friends.
No, he
and
did talk about it on stage, as far as I know.
He
I
did-
thought that there was
interviews.
an
He
art.
had a
He
bit
did an
about it, too.
interview.
interviews.
Yeah.
and
I believe he had a
it
bit
wasn't,
about it.
It wasn't really on stage.
I believe he had a bit about it.
I don't know if he had a bit
Pretty
about
sure he
it.
had a bit about it.
Do we have like a person?
My
that can look that
understanding
up?
was
Like,
that it was
that's
from
a-
interviews
we don't
and
have
pretty
whatnot.
amazing
Like that
knowledge.
he
That's-
that
I
he
don't know.
lied about working for Merrill Lynch. And
We're gonna
shit
have
like
our
that,
people
right?
work
Yeah,
on
he
that
lied
and
about
find
Merrill
out.
Lynch. He worked in the tower, and then he it was his day off or something like that. He didn't make it to work, and then the planes hit it. And it's like,
So he never even worked for Merrill Lynch.
no, he lived in New York.
See,
but-
He lived in
Steve-
New York.
the
He
Steve
lived in the
Renazizi
state.
he lived in
thing-
he lived in upstate.
Yeah,
The Steve Renazizi thing.
He's only been in
it
the city
sounds
twice.
Like his imagination went crazy. He told a couple of people, and then it got out of control.
Right.
It doesn't sound like he was contriving a bit. I think that somebody called him out in a situation where he needed to talk about it, where he shouldn't have.
And he
talked
didn't
about
steal a bit. He stole the
He
nationwide
lied.
story.
He
He lied.
that-
He didn't steal anything.
Yeah,
he
he
lied.
stole the
just
horrible
blatantly
thing
lied.
that
It's
crippled the
basic-
nation.
yeah,
but
he-
whatever.
He's just saying like
It's a
I-
fictional story.
Right.
That's the issue. Is that it's not stealing a bit. It's
No,
a
no,
fictional
yeah, and I
story.
agree.
It's a
No, and I
complete
like
lie.
him. And let me say, I like
I think
him.
he's hilarious.
Yeah,
I've seen the guy.
He's very funny.
He's very funny.
funny comic. Nice guy. But the thing, what I'm saying is, how do some people
Get away with certain.
get away with
get
it.
away with and
Right.
are able, like, D'Elia's another one, though. How does he get away with being able to do this? How do some people get away with doing horrible specials and they get another special?
Well,
Marketing.
I can't really say a horrible special, but I can give. I can say maybe, for example, you can think of Robin Williams. That guy was accused of stealing jokes from
Not
the fucking
accused,
60s.
he did steal jokes. He finally paid off
He
people.
Yeah.
paid
He paid
people.
people,
He
yeah.
used to,
He paid
he
Steve
used to
Pearl.
write checks to fucking.
No, he
people.
didn't used to. He finally.
He-
paid
yeah,
his
he-
mother.
he did
Yeah,
steal
this
for a
piece
while,
of
and then he-
shit-
I know,
First
I
of all,
know.
this piece of
I
shit
know.
was giving women herpes, and he was sued. It's public knowledge.
I know.
For giving women herpes, which
Robin
doesn't
Williams?
go away. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
And he got sued for it, and he settled, and it's all public record.
But he's still America's sweetheart.
He's
Everybody was
not
all
mine.
depressed because he
He's a
died.
joke-stealing piece of shit, and I'm glad he hung
It's
himself.
the masses.
Did he hang himself, or how did he kill himself?
It's
How did he-
autoerotic.
he hung
Whatever.
himself.
Yeah, he was jerking off just like David
He
Carradine.
hacked
No,
David
he wasn't
Carradine.
doing David Carradine.
He stole
He stole David Carradine's bit. Suicide bit.
He stole Carradine's suicide. He's a hack.
Everybody was
It's-
so sad about
It's
Miss
Michael
Doubtfire.
Hutchins' suicide. Remember,
I was sad about Popeye.
Michael Hutchins is the
Hey,
originator.
Williams was a great actor.
of
was.
autoerotic asphyxiation
Williams was a
fuck-ups.
great
He's a
actor,
great actor,
which
yeah.
is why he was better than the comics at telling their jokes.
I'm gonna sit on my head.
Good
right
point.
now.
That's a fact.
That's a good point.
You know,
That was golden.
back in the day, somebody would want a joke, and they would pay for the joke or ask you, "Can I buy your joke?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was way back in the day.
Right.
People don't do that shit now.
Now they just take
your
it.
Joke. Look at
That's-
They
Mencia.
take it and they
that's-
spin it.
That's what I'm
Mencia
saying.
still gets to tour America.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
God,
working a
what
lot.
a piece of shit. But that's what
No,
I'm saying.
why
is
is
that,
he a bigger piece of shit than any of these other people?
Well, Robin Williams did, original acting work. He had things that were original.
So does
Mencia.
Mencia.
I'm with you, dude. I was crushed when I found out about
haven't
Robin
found
Williams
a-
doing that. I was crushed.
Honestly, I've heard a lot of people pick apart Mencia's shit, saying that he didn't come up with any of it.
Well, yeah, he that
He
in the
stole it
persona
from
on
all-
stage.
he
The
stole
whole
it all
persona
from
apparently
people
was
who were
stolen.
opening
No?
from.
The thing
for
with
him,
Williams, if you just compare with, you just said it, he is America's sweetheart. And so
Exactly.
no matter what, no matter all the shit he's done, America still loves him. So he played so many roles in so many
course.
movies that everyone loves. That's kind of like he's America's sweetheart. Everyone loved the guy.
Everybody fucking remembers that baseball story from Good Will Hunting. That's exactly what
Of
it
course.
is.
I was
But Carlos
Yeah,
is
I
a
had-
piece
I had-
of shit overall.
had to
Well,
see
I
about
mean,
a
his
girl.
show was that. I don't know why people got so excited about his show on Comedy Central. I watched it a couple times. I was like, whatever. But I never really was into the guy to begin with. Whereas in Robin Williams, for when I found out the guy stole jokes, I was like, oh, that crushed me.
When
Like,
I
it
got
almost
it-
hurt a little bit that I found it because I looked up to him as a
Yeah,
growing
as
comic.
a-
I look up.
Yeah.
I got into
Oh no,
Carlos
you're right.
Mencia.
He
I
didn't
got
tell
in-
it on stage.
I
This is
got
going back
See,
to-
it was on radio.
Okay, yeah,
it was on radio, wasn't it?
He's a different story then. I am totally wrong. Like I said, I said I like the guy and he's very funny, but I call out any and everyone for doing bullshit.
Right.
But let me say and let me go on record as I am wrong.
Steve Renazizi
did
did
not
not
do
do
it
it
on
on
stage,
stage. He
so
did
you
it
know what?
in interviews.
Not as big a deal.
But he
I
still,
think- yeah, I
he
don't-
still rides. He rides this story of something
yeah,
Yeah,
no, no, I
seriously.
that
agree
never
with you.
happened.
No, it's
Come on,
it's
you're still taking credit for being at
It
9/11.
should get slapped
It's
in the
like
dick with a ruler.
it was
Yeah,
just like,
slap
oh
the dick
yeah,
in a
like
roll
when
with a
I
roller.
was in
Yeah.
Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I
you're
gotta pull that
faking.
back,
You
though.
got enlisted and you're in
Yeah.
denial.
I don't
No,
necessarily.
no, you know what the
what I mean?
difference is? You know what the difference is? The
know what that
difference is the
reminds me of
guy
when I was
who
in
says
Grenado.
you don't know how turns work, do you? No, Okay, so the guy who tells a girl that he was in Vietnam to fuck her, and a guy who gets benefits for being in Vietnam when he wasn't. And that's the
Yeah.
difference. Is what Renazizi did is he fucked a girl with a story.
But what's the
He
difference?
didn't try and get insurance and benefits with it.
Right.
But what's the difference
So I gotta
between?
say, my apologies. I'd like to totally take that back and say, Steve Renazizi, you're still a phenomenal comic,
Absolutely.
and a nice guy, and I apologize.
Yeah.
Because it's not a
Does he
big
watch
deal
the
if you didn't do it
podcast?
on stage.
So my question
No, of
is that my question is that any different than fucking a chick because you told her she was a producer? You were a
No,
producer.
that's what I mean. No,
Like-
no harm, no foul.
no,
Because the girl who's willing to fuck to get a spot deserves that.
exactly.
They
All right.
deserve each other. I hope she has herpes. I hope he's a scumbag. They deserve each other. I hope they both give each other deadly
you go.
illnesses.
See, I feel this is gonna sound
know?
really rude, but I feel the same way about patriotic 9/11 stories. Like it's all self-availing bullshit.
Really, yeah, it really is. Like anybody who's going out there going, I remember where I
think
was.
that-
It was
I think
like,
that even if even if Steve Renazizi's hypothetical story that he completely got caught lying about had happened, he's still a self-fulfilling piece of shit because
no. Renazizi's very
In that-
pompous.
in that
Yeah, he's
sense.
a very pompous.
in that
elitist
sense.
I've only met him once. He was
I
a
don't
very
know
nice
the
guy.
guy. I'm not
No,
judging
no,
him.
very
no,
nice.
no.
I don't know. Like,
Let me
I
say
don't like
this.
him.
I don't know the guy, so I'm not
again,
judging him. I want to point
I don't
that out.
ever deal with someone on how they treat me, but how they treat the world. And so I deal with on how I see them to everyone because it doesn't matter how they treat me because everyone's going to be different. If I'm within your circle for the moment, you might be really nice to me, but you might be a total piece of shit of the person. Hitler had lots of people who were like, "Oh my God, great golfer." I mean, like
Hitler?
fun guy.
Great golfer.
What's
But I'm
funny is
saying
that
he
you
had
didn't
friends.
say painter, and that's what
He
he
had
really
friends.
wanted to be.
Well, that's what pissed him off.
I'm not the golfer.
That's what pissed off Hitler. I'm an artist.
I'm an artist.
But no, and so the thing is, what I'm saying is, it simply, I agree with you now. Is not a big deal for
Not a
him
big deal.
trying to fuck a girl with a story, so to speak. But
It's
it was
shitty. I'd call him a
fucking
douchebag.
industry.
That's it.
Trying to fuck an industry with a story, not a big
that's
deal.
that's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I kinda
shitty.
respect
Call him a
it, except for
douchebag.
it was a
Good
lie.
Douchey-ish,
story.
yeah, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, no, I would respect him if he had kept to it. Coming out on the shit.
Stick to the line.
Is when
Absolutely.
he fucked up. I said
Stick
this
to
when
the
we
line.
talked about it on the
I like
show.
that. I like
It's
Yes.
like, you do not give up the bit. You keep
Yeah,
in fucking
it's true.
character
Right.
through
True.
the fucking end.
That's what politicians
Absolutely.
do.
If
Why
he would've
not?
gone and
Never
given himself
stop.
Every
Yes.
old-looking
politician does
burns,
that.
Yeah.
If he would have given himself old-looking powder burns,
Yeah.
and shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
yeah,
The-
Johnny the tour.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh.
Is this?
You have a password for the door?
someone we want. Oh, hey, buddy,
Hop
how you
in,
doing?
hop
Nice
in.
show.
Welcome.
Were you just driving here to drive back? Were you?
That's the plan. That's the plan. Oh, thank God.
No, you're fine.
Kevin, say hi to him.
You guys have.
Hi to
jerseys.
everybody.
Yeah.
I just drove way
jerseys.
too
Okay.
way too long.
Talk to
Nice.
the.
Talk to that.
Yeah.
All right.
Not bad.
Yeah,
That's why the hot chick.
chick.
So
Yeah.
this
hot
is
chick
chaos.
gets
We're all
it.
just talking at the same time.
Oh, I'm not saying they mean nothing to me.
Everything will calm down.
All right.
No, but
Diablo, of
Right
course.
now we were talking about Amy Schumer originally.
Yes.
we did the whole thing, and so but again, what we're talking about is why some people
can't get one of those
get
bottles.
away with stuff. I mean, for example, there's actors, there's princes, there's things like that who have killed people in rapes, like the Kennedys have raped and killed more fucking people than
Prove it.
everyone. You're right. That's the
And
point.
you can't.
Got
They
'em.
stuck with their story.
Got 'em.
They stuck with their story.
Hey, Earl Skakel's uncle went to jail over it. Mark Skakel. Decades later. Went to
Earl's a
jail.
Kennedy, right?
What? Yeah, Earl's a Kennedy.
Yeah, that's why he has so much money. He doesn't
Again,
do shit.
again, when you don't work and you're buying jerseys that are $1,500 on hockey teams you don't play on.
Not bad.
Yeah.
You're getting it through someone.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, I'll agree with that. Stick with your story. If you stick with your story,
Yeah.
you know what? You can only.
Oh, yeah, can we lock that, Johnny? You really did half a job there.
There's chaos here tonight.
Our bouncer is letting just people
My God.
willy-nilly coming in,
I
and
always wonder what the fuck he did.
All right, so back to
I like
Amy,
tarts.
Amy Schumer stealing Patrice O'Neal's jokes.
Well,
Ron
did
Williams
you-
stealing
Yeah.
jokes?
Tomo, can I ask? I don't know if you guys covered this already. Did you guys see the joke that she supposedly
Yeah, it
stole?
was dead on.
But here's the thing: that the gorilla mask thing that she's talking about, where it's like you come on their face and then you throw the hair.
Wait, let me just say, she's already said she stole the joke.
Oh, she has?
said it was an homage to.
Yeah, don't worry.
Well, I was
Patrice
gonna
O'Neal.
say, I heard
She
that
just
shit in-
said that 3 months late.
I heard about that shit in middle school though. Like, isn't that one of those things that's just?
it's a joke that's
Well,
been
that's
around
what I
for
said.
20, 30
Well,
years
as I
or
said,
whatever.
years
Yeah.
ago, I had a bit about it. I haven't thought about the bit forever.
Well, you wouldn't
because
do it
it's
on
just a
stage.
Graphic. And well, I've done it on stage years ago. I don't know who Patrice O'Neal was. I didn't
Right,
even
but you're
know
not
the dude
doing
was
it now.
black. When I first started hearing Patrice O'Neal, I didn't know he was black.
That's what I was telling you
And-
before the
yeah.
podcast. Is that it was like it's thought that
But
that's
mine-
a street joke. It's
Yeah,
It's a street
mine
joke.
was like, yeah.
If I have an HBO special or whatever, I'm never gonna do.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't do it on stage.
You don't close with it.
And then your
Oh,
closer.
I mean, I would definitely not do it.
And-
he goes. No, it's okay to do it in the middle of the set. Just don't close it.
And all
That's
you
where
had to
he
do was
that's
go,
where-
hey, an homage to Patrice
Yeah.
Right,
O'Neal.
and that's it.
Done.
And point up
Then
to the
everyone
heavens.
loves you even
Yeah.
more.
That's what I
Standing
said.
ovation-
Say it at the end.
Standing ovation.
Absolutely.
And you're freed.
Oh, you're a fucking
Unless-
white lady
Unless.
lamenting
Getting
a
up-
black
yes.
man. You are a saint.
Yes.
Unless a lot of your material isn't yours, and you're.
You don't know where you're gonna say that was to this person. This
Yeah.
is homage to that person.
I do think it'd be funny to have an HBO special of all just hacky street jokes, though. And like,
Maybe
but
that's
like
where she's-
act like it's a big thing.
That's
like
gonna be
it's
your
a-
next comment. She's gonna go. Well, you know, I was setting up for the next.
Just out
There's
of
been
curiosity,
several.
have you ever
Yeah,
seen
there's
Gilbert
been
Gottfried?
several.
Fair point. Case in point.
Yeah.
Johnny, where'd you go? You look like Freddy Krueger tonight. You know that? You got that Freddy Krueger look. Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's very.
Oh, I had
Okay.
the craziest thing. I was at school because I was just looking at your tits there, Johnny. and so one of my students was running around with a ball, like little ball.
Oh, so- yeah.
in his thing. And I yell at him. I go, that's funny. That's gonna be like 10 laps. So is it that funny? And he's like, sorry. And he takes him out. And then this other kid comes up talking to me with him, like he thinks he's slick. And I'm just like, and I'm about to tell him. I'm listening to him, and I'm just waiting for the right moment to be like, you're very funny, like so funny that you're not gonna get credit today type of funny. Like that's how funny you are doing that. Now take him out. Now, but before I started saying anything, I realized as he was moving that they were moving too perfect with his body. And those were his tits. And I was so glad that I did not say anything.
Yeah, it could be a teacher-parent conference. Absolutely. That would have
Right?
been. Yeah, that would have been.
Take out your fake tits.
Take out your
They're
fake tits. They're my real tits. I'm telling my parents.
So when
killing
I
myself.
when I told Johnny to take out his tits, I didn't realize that he was a fat kid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to see some tits. I really wanted to see some tits. That's why I told him to take out his tits.
Okay,
Those are
you know what, you guys? This is really offensive. I was
This
a
happened
fat
to you a
kid.
lot,
I was a
didn't
fat
it?
kid
Yeah.
growing up. All right, I've had tits since I was 6, and I've been made fun of. I lactate. I breastfeed. All right.
Let me ask you this. Did you think you
Why
were a
do
thin
why do
adult?
you want me to show you my
Yeah,
tits?
I mean,
I'll give you one.
You did that with
want to pay
very
extra
little
for that or no?
provocation.
No, that's free.
That's free. So if you log in right now,
The other one's gonna cost you.
you can see some tits.
That titty's private.
You want to see hot girl tits? Watch Howard Stern. But you want to see disgusting bellies? Hey, I'm Burger Podcast.
Hey. I love the hey hey. That was-
Hey,
Hey,
right?
hey, boo boo.
Right?
Oh no.
I drive him crazy with that, right?
Right?
He'll say something and I agree. So I go, right?
Right.
Have you told that story on the show? The Vegas, the right in the club story. That one. The guy they were mad you were smoking in the club.
Oh, that was
drunk
in.
off my ass, and I go into we're going in this club, and the guy's like, I'm like, can I smoke in here? Right or something? And
I was
I
with
go-
you.
I go, I don't think I
Yeah.
could smoke or something. And the guy goes, hey, you can't smoke in here. And I look at him, I go, right? Like, that's what I thought, too.
I'm upset about
I mean,
the
I-
situation.
yeah, I went ahead and did it, but I was thinking the same thing.
I'm with you, dude.
I'm totally
we
should be
need
smoking
to
here.
fuck me up.
And we got in there not being checked or ID'd, and everyone else was
I'm
being
walking
checked
in
and
like
ID'd.
this.
It was just the weirdest thing. Everyone was like in like dresses and suits.
One guy says
and then we
something.
both the guard, whatever, the balance was like, "Come on in." Like, all right. And yeah, you were cigarette in your
He
hand
thought
too.
we were doing the bug control or something.
Oh, you guys are here to take care of the rat. Okay,
He's
cool.
here to- yeah,
Guys, maintenance is in the building.
he's smoking, but he's gonna fix something. So let him in.
Oh, when I first started teaching,
He's gonna smoke him out.
When I first started teaching, I would have people come up to me as though I was a janitor all the time. I guess because just the way I look so white trashy. But they would literally come up to me like I was a janitor all the time. Or if I was like, if they were new, they would come up and go, "Can we help you?" I go, "I don't know."
I just
Do you-
picture the
I
little
go,
kid.
Do you have a credential? Because
you have a hall pass.
yeah, you could jump in my class with me. That was. I like how Johnny closed them out.
They're
Yeah, you
looking
just-
for the
yeah.
bathroom.
You know what? That's rude. That was a black man. You called him riffraff.
What does that matter, Daniel?
Yeah, I
Black
don't.
Lives Matter, okay?
They all Black Lives Matter.
They all black. Dude, why is okay? Hold on, real talk.
Because all lives
Real
matter
talk
is stupid.
with Daniel
Okay,
Vargas.
yes.
Yeah, it's
real
too
talk.
it's too general. It's
All
too
of
it's too loving.
stupid.
It's really too loving.
How about no one's life matters?
I think it's pretty much
live and we die.
The universe is
Son of a
indifferent.
bitch.
Yeah, nobody cares about anybody's
life
lives.
matters.
Fuck
No,
your mouth.
nobody
That's
cares
what
about
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
I think what was it like Gandhi or one of those people kind of told us that shit. Like nothing's for nothing.
Exactly.
You live, you die. It's a layer.
I think it was a baseball player that said that, but
Might have
whatever.
been.
It could have
Might
been.
have
been. It's probably Lou
Gehrig.
Gehrig.
Yeah,
Barry Bonds, Barry
something like
Bonds.
that. Yeah.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was
Nothing for
roided
nothing.
out and then on coke, and he's
Right.
like,
You know, I gotta
Banging
say,
lots
no
of white
lives
chicks.
matter.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. None do. I mean, none of our lives really matter. It's all stupid. Like this. If you look at the presidential race, it's like
Good segue. Good
it's a
segue.
huge
that was a good
reality
segue.
You know
show.
what? No. Which is
It's put on by NBC.
Oh,
we
it's-
need an apocalypse because then lives really do matter.
it's to see who makes it.
Well,
The-
Kanye wants to run for president in 2020. I mean,
Would you let him?
Oh yeah, but
Would you
he's
be okay
really
with that?
busy. He's producing the apocalypse.
with Will Smith?
Jesus is busy.
starring only his son.
North
Every
by
single-
North by Northwest.
He will make sure no other young black man ever works in film.
Yeah. Well, if Kanye
Jaden
does,
Smith, whatever the fuck
Yeah.
his name is.
if Kanye does run in 2020, though, you know who his opposing person on the Republican side is going to be? It's going to be Ted Nugent. That's where we'll be at. That's what it'll
That would be actually an interesting race. I
would-
would watch that. That would be.
Our presidential elections would look like celebrity
this is-
deathmatch.
That
Vote
would
for
be
Ted
right.
Nugent.
That would be kind of.
It shouldn't be that though.
But that's where we've gotten to, though, in politics.
Because everything is a joke.
It's a
now.
joke now
It's
that-
been a joke since, and you said it, and it's true. It is since Nixon.
Yeah,
that's the last.
Nixon was the last elected president.
I just want to point out we're all comics. We should cash in on this now.
It's true. That's the point.
No, but it's true though. I mean, but it's
How
so
was Nixon
true.
the last elected president?
Because he was the last really elected president by the people.
Okay.
Now Kennedy was an in. We know that he was mob involved, the
Sure.
family,
Yeah, of
and
course,
all
absolutely.
that. Now after him, I believe it was after him we
Johnson.
had the electoral
Yes,
college.
right.
No, Johnson.
Johnson took over.
Well, yeah, but then we had the electoral college come in,
Nixon.
and so the electoral college, the
Oh, you
first
love me.
time
You're so
really was influential.
Right. Well, electoral college
Now
is
it
a joke to
elects.
be, in a sense.
It not even in a sense. It elects the president.
Well,
We don't.
what I'm saying is, yes, it does
Yeah,
it.
they're
wait,
supposed to represent us.
Right.
You know
They're
what's
supposed to
something?
represent us,
You know
and
what's
it
something
doesn't.
interesting about the electoral college? California is easily by more than double the most populated state in the union, right?
Right. I like how you said in the
We
union.
have-
I don't hear that word enough. Like
We
in the
have-
union.
The Confederate States, not so much, but
You planning something there?
yeah. What are you?
in
Yeah,
Grant's
secede
America,
At some point, what are you
Let me
doing
ask
over
you
there?
Something, Ulysses.
We actually have the highest number of Republican voters in this state. It's just outnumbered by Democratic voters. So that's why California is almost always. When I say almost always, I mean we're fucking 10 for 10. We're 10.
well, everything that's not San Francisco, LA, or San Diego in California is going to
Is
be
not California.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, San
in my
Diego's-
opinion. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
It's like when
See-
people tell me
All right.
they're from I'm from Indiana, Chicago. Shut up.
We're getting comfy on
You're
this
from
one.
Chicago. If
Right.
you're from Indiana, you're from Chicago. Just stop it. Like, don't tell me any Illinois. I'm from Illinois. You're Chicago. Shut up.
Yeah, you're
either
from- yeah.
from New York, Chicago, Florida, L.A., or Frisco.
Yeah.
Or
Like
you're
I'm
just
from a little
somewhere
city
else.
in Pennsylvania. I
Yeah.
always tell people
You're
Philly.
from somewhere else.
I'm
Yeah.
from somewhere else
Philly,
because
right. You
if
did-
I say Allentown, people that may know it because of the song,
But then you gotta
but then you gotta
explain
explain
it.
it and stuff.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
just go, it's near Philly. I live near Philly.
Philly adjacent.
Philly adjacent, yeah. It's Beverly Hills adjacent.
So you're near the Quakers. Yeah, Quakers and Amish.
I used to go field trips down to the Amish.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, they're great. I got smacked in the knee by an Amish deaf guy because
awesome.
I yelled into his horn in his ear.
That's great.
And he
He had one of
could?
those
I had
horns.
to. I think I was 8.
You knew right then
and
you were going to be a comic.
Yeah, no, it was like I got my first heckling, basically, is what it was. So I got smacked in the knee.
You suck.
The Amish don't say suck though.
No, yeah, I think he-
Give him the hook.
I think he biblically harassed me afterwards. I think it was something out of the Bible. That he
Thou
said.
art-
Yeah, that was
Thou
just
art
smacked in
crass.
the leg.
Thou shalt be strucken down. No, but well, you know what's so funny is we talk about the Arabs. Did we talk about this already with the Arabs and
no.
everything else? Okay.
All
All right, we're getting deep.
Here,
was
jump
gonna
in for a second
Can't wait.
because we have an expert.
Is he an Arab?
Yes. Well, no. He's Moroccan.
You're Moroccan.
It's same. See, it's
But-
the same thing. You're
Hey,
not
guys, how are you
Here's
doing?
the thing. So we talk
Morocco
about
adjacent.
in a lot of those
Yeah,
countries.
thank you, guys.
We talk about it in how those countries. By the way, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Adnan Dami. I'm from Morocco, and I live in Los Angeles.
See that?
Very
And
cool.
so now we always talk about how in these countries what they do to women, how they oppress women, all this stuff. But if you're ever in Pennsylvania, you got to stop by the fucking
The Amish.
Yeah,
To see how they
they're
oppress
fun.
women.
I
They're
know-
super
I know
fun.
some stuff like
they
that.
make the
Right.
women wear dresses.
What
They
about
make
you,
the
Tom?
women
I know
do
about that,
this.
yeah,
The
yeah.
women can't do this. They can't do that. But that's fun. It's all fun for the family.
Right.
And
Go
you can
take
buy
it. Go buy a quilt.
souvenirs.
Go buy a
It's
quilt
fun because
for
they're buying
$400.
dress up.
So what Afghanistan is doing wrong is they need a gift shop.
Well, that's a different.
By the way,
story.
my bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude.
You know-
just
you know-
copyright that one right now.
Yeah, my bit.
That's a
You
great.
know,
bit.
David, that's a different story because in Afghanistan, it's not like the other countries. Afghanistan was ruled by a group of people.
Oh, yeah.
Taliban.
Yeah.
Those people have a certain way of thinking.
They're psychotic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do
know
kill
what
over
you do.
there. That's different.
They know. You know what they were doing. For example, not only women, but they force everybody in the street to close their stores to go to pray. There
Right.
is a special police to go and grab them from there. Not grab them, but order them.
May as well
Of course,
call them
they're not
Nazis, yeah.
going
Yeah,
to
it's
say no.
of course.
Yeah.
Wait, wouldn't
But
the
in
cops
other
get
countries,
busted
no.
for doing the same thing?
No.
But the other countries, no. There is no oppression
That's
the way
thing.
it
It's
is
one
like
little
in
place.
Afghanistan.
But yeah, but I mean, like if okay, then Iraq, if one of these places had a gift shop, they would be fine because the Amish, it's cool. We have the Quakers, all fun and games. We have places in
Utah.
the South that
Iraq needs a Cracker Barrel.
No,
Is
we
that what you're
have
saying?
we have African
Cracker barrels come with a
Iraq
gift
or
shop.
barrel?
Wait, we have African villages in the South, in like South Carolina and stuff like that. There's African villages where there's a king, there's a queen. He has multiple wives, many of whom are under the age of 18, some 12. I know this. I'm not guessing.
Where's this?
Let me tell you. This is in South Carolina. Now let me. No wait. Let me tell you how I know this. My wife. No, my wife. Her aunt left L.A. in the 70s, I think, or 80s, and moved to the African village to marry some king. She married off her daughter at 12. They scarred the kid's faces with scratches that they do in Africa, in a certain place in Africa. But here's the thing. So they pay no taxes. They get government money. They live in these villages. A lot of them work. But they get to go here, and this king and these other people get to have multiple wives.
How'd you find out about this? This is like,
My wife's aunt lived there.
oh my god, that's
And her
Are they
daughters.
hiring?
And but no. This is grown men having sex with 12-year-olds.
Yeah, I don't want-
in our
yeah, that's
country.
not- I
in
don't-
our country.
Are
But
they
that's
hiring?
fine. But that's all fine because you know why? That's reparations. And the Amish and the Quakers are fine because it's cute and they make wood shit and they have a gift shop.
they have you have
you
quilts
know?
they can say.
And yeah, they have all. They're just fun. They click their heels and all that magical shit. That's all fun. Like you said, Utah, where you
I think
know,
that-
things
that's
were
more
going on.
magical, yeah.
they've gone down a bit.
That's like King
but-
Disney or whatever there.
but the
Mormons?
still, even there.
Yeah, the
but
next
we're invading
chapel.
countries because they're unjust. When in our own country we have women being oppressed. Forget those places. Everywhere in the world. I mean, every
yeah.
part of this country. Every part of this country, women are being oppressed. Forget that. In those particular places, it's dark ages, but we're okay with it, and we're not okay with other countries doing it. We don't
Yeah,
like
but
to
you
be
have a point
hacked.
there.
You're
No,
not
you gotta-
gonna
you gotta-
Crystalia us.
Well, you're saying that
it's deep.
why would we bother trying to spread our morality to other places that we perceive to be dark ages places when we have spokespeople for major corporations that diddle kids? Is that what you're saying?
Well, even beyond that, yeah.
Well,
but
no, beyond that, but
where
like-
we sanction
yeah.
child sex in these African villages, where we sanction oppression of women in these Quaker towns and in these Amish towns.
Have you been to that Quaker area?
I have.
No, there's no oil, so that's pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no resources.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's no resources
You know,
there,
David,
so we
I
don't
think-
really press them if you want. Go ahead and press them. What do we
Yeah.
care?
I think what America does outside or abroad is that it's trying to do anything, whatever it takes for business.
Yes.
Whatever business.
Whatever moral code they could do it under.
Right.
Exactly.
And they're
killing
doing the wrong one.
or war. War is bad.
Yeah.
War is
Yeah,
so
war's,
bad.
yeah, in general, war is
It's
awful.
always bad.
Right.
Bloodshed and everything. You know the problems with war.
Cool.
But whatever it takes, even if it is war between a group of people or between two countries, it is worthy the try because there's a lot of money we're going to receive a lot of money here in America
Oh
Right.
yeah.
for the sake of business.
Well, that's what people don't get about Osama bin Laden. Is this dude gave up billions of dollars. He turned away from his own family to fight for this cause against the Russians,
Right.
to get them out of this country where they didn't belong.
Yeah.
And America backed him and then said, "Well, we're backing you so we can be Russia." Like we wanted to get rid of Russia so we could do what they're doing.
Right.
And he went, "No, fuck you too." And then the dude became a huge terrorist, and he was a threat to the world, and somehow
The word terror is one of the
And-
most stupid fucking words on
Yes.
the planet.
Yes.
Because it is a blanket statement that means
Oh,
nothing.
you can put it on anybody.
Well, like I've said a million times, if people wanted to terrorize this country, it's real simple.
Let's be
You get
honest.
10 Muslim people in each city to just go on a freeway and start shooting people. You shut down the entire country in a day. Nobody moves.
Right.
You shut down commerce. You shut down everything. Nobody's leaving their house. You have effectively terrorized this country, yet they don't have 1,000 Muslims. All you crazy motherfuckers, all you guys that hate us so much, and all you can think about is killing
Let's
us.
not invite 'em.
But
Let's
you
not-
can't get
let's-
you can't get
Hold
1,000
on.
people together.
You know what? Let's
And
talk
so
about
no, but this is the thing.
Let's
Go
talk
back to
about
the
something
Quakers.
that white
No,
people
no,
care about,
no, no,
though.
no.
Edward Snowden's a great example.
Yeah.
You get fucking busted for telling the fucking
The truth.
Right.
The
of
truth.
course.
And
You
he-
are labeled a terrorist.
Hillary
for
Clinton
being
said he
honest.
needs to come back and face the music. What music? The music of a parade is the only music this guy should face. A ticker tape parade where he's celebrated. We all thank him for telling us we're being listened to and watched.
Of course,
constantly.
yeah. I mean, we
an
knew it
excuse
anyway,
to
but
hate
still,
people we don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you have a war on an abstract concept like terror? It's like Doug Stanhope says. How do you have a war? It's like having a war on jealousy.
Yeah.
That's what
Right.
he says.
Well,
I think
the
that's
war on drugs.
Yeah, the war,
I think it was Hicks
Exactly.
who said.
Yeah.
Originally, the war on
Yeah.
drugs. You know, you're fighting. What are you shooting drugs? You know, what I mean, like, what are you?
What are you shooting drugs?
Go stab a
Hey,
bag of
marijuana
weed.
plant, freeze. You know, but it's insanity. It's a war on humanity.
Remember, there was when the terror threats, they had a colored like layers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember
of course,
that?
yeah.
Remember that?
It was-
That's
it
not
was-
that long ago.
No,
okay?
no, it's like a rainbow flag.
Yeah, it's a rainbow flag. Like, oh, we're at yellow. We're at whatever it is. It doesn't exist anymore. But it was just crazy in the same way. Is that? I mean,
Whatever
okay.
happened to that thing?
I'm sorry.
Whatever happened to that thing?
It just died off.
They just swindled off.
Oh,
like
it
the-
just-
But
like the
because
Amber
it
Alert.
I
keeps
kind of liked it. It was
it's
kind
an Amber
of
Alert.
Another outdated form of propaganda.
yeah, I kind of liked
Yeah,
it though.
it
It's kind of like
keeps-
a color
it's so
coded thing.
to twist
Yeah, it
us.
was fun.
I knew how scared to be.
I'm red.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very
I am
scared.
terrified
It's
today.
supposed to twist us. It's supposed to keep us in control.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of controlling
Yes.
us
Right.
and then make us what we see. Now, what's happening in Europe and in Asia and all of those bombings, because they have bombings and they have like crazy shit going on all the time. We don't have that. And you gotta
Well,
count your
now wait though,
blessings.
wait. Now
we
when
have
you
our
say,
own problems.
well, now wait a second though, because this is the thing, and especially since we have someone from Morocco, you've been to other places. I haven't, like Israel, for example. You're talking about Gaza Strip. You're talking about the West
That's-
Bank. Now you go to the rest of Israel. It is peaceful and beautiful. It is hanging out. It's
Oh,
like
yes,
being
that's
in
for sure,
San
yeah.
Jose.
Yeah.
You know, and
So
that's
we're-
the thing.
they always talk about-
show us. They
Maybe
show
you
us
hear nothing.
All they do.
Maybe you hear nothing.
No. All they do is show us. South
Sharks down there
Central.
are awful.
They show us
Of course,
South
of
Central.
course, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they show us South Central all over the world,
Of course.
and they show the rest of the world South Central as us.
Right, and they think, that's
Yeah.
L.A. Of course.
It's
When
either
is-
Hollywood or South Central.
Right.
We
When
have,
is-
yeah.
When is everybody going to realize that that whole fucking thing in the Middle East is seriously just, it's bickering. It's bullshit. Like, everybody else in the world needs to seriously separate these two.
Well, there's no
Right.
two, and there's no bickering because let me
It's
tell
just
you.
Do you
hard to
guys
talk
even think
about
it's based on
separation.
religion
Well, you know
anymore?
what,
I don't even know.
And
No,
you know what?
there's
Maybe
no
you
separation.
can
Nobody
tell
can
me.
have it.
Well,
Nobody
wait.
can
No,
have
no,
it.
you know what? You know what's
Nobody
the
gets
thing?
the
You know,
Gaza Strip.
we are. I already talked.
Yeah, be a parent about
I
it.
already-
Nobody gets
you know
Gaza
what?
Strip, all
Nobody
right?
intelligent talks, Daniel.
You know, between we already talked, me and John, about this issue. So the thing is that a lot of people don't know about Jews and Muslims or Jews and Arabs. They love each other.
Yes.
They do.
They
That's what
do
I was
love
just
each
gonna
other.
say.
Well,
That
look down the
it
street in
is-
Beverly Hills.
It is.
They're all living together. Fine. Nobody's
I am
killing
sure
each other.
convinced
Look
that
where
there is
everybody
absolutely no
lives.
way for a separation between these two.
No.
It's like we call them cousins.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
a Muslim.
Because
and we call
we
them
are
oh,
cousins.
your cousin. Oh,
We
he's
are
the cousin.
cousins.
Right.
The Jews and the Muslims are the same fucking people from the same
And
tribe.
Always cousins.
They
through
just
history,
went
cousins
each-
always fight.
They had a
Right.
fight.
Always
They
fight.
each
Because they
moved
love
out.
each other.
Yeah. They moved out of mom and dad's home and went different
Exactly,
ways.
exactly. And it
Right,
takes some
angry
time.
about
It takes
a
some
specific
time.
And you know,
place.
sometimes you got to put them in
Take
separate
that
corners.
place away
and
from
you gotta-
both of them.
But they're not. That's the thing. But again,
It's like a
but just
parent
so
thing.
you
Yeah,
know,
you can't have it. Nobody can
but
have
just
it.
so you know, though, just so you know, Archie Bunker comes in every color. So that person is angry about what you're talking about. Nobody else is. The rest of the world, like you said, it's like the whole black and white thing. Well, you know who doesn't hate each other? Black and white people. You know who's so similar? Black and white people. But the media reminds them and tells them that you hate each other, that you have problems. Now,
need a news story,
Now,
absolutely.
and here's the thing: everybody here probably has a friend, acquaintance, something who's black. Now, do they ever go, ugh? Do you ever go, ugh? Do you ever think, oh, there's the black guy, or do they think, oh, there's the whatever you are? No, it doesn't exist.
Right.
Racism is an ignorance brought onto us by our government. It was started after slavery to create a separation, because if the poor blacks would have ever gotten together with the poor whites, because what people don't understand is slavery devastated poor white people because it took every job they would ever do. And so they didn't have the jobs, they got poorer. So if these two groups got together after slavery, they would have demolished the rich and restarted the country.
Imagine if the Irish and the blacks had ganged up at the right time and like took over, because like weren't they at the exact same time being like shit on equally?
Oh, Jews, Irish,
Yeah, everybody.
Italians,
I can't
the
w-
Greeks.
I
mean,
can't wait for that Tarantino film.
But now, but when you think about it, though,
bastards too.
but when you think about it, we're told how everybody's shit on, right? But who here, like you said, some people have been stupid. But who as a group has ever been shit on for who they are? Like, I'm Jewish. I have never been shit on by another group. When I grew up in Pacoima, sometimes black people would yell shit out, like their apartment windows, things like that, when I was walking by. That wasn't a group of black people. That was a person. That person was a dumb fuck.
Exactly.
Not because they were black, not because of any reason, but them being a dumb
Okay,
fuck.
I have, but it's kind of, it was the cops. That's not really fair.
It was brought upon.
Yeah.
You kind of invited it.
Yeah, the cops are different.
Yeah.
Different story.
The cops are different.
That's a whole
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, they are a group.
Well, a gang. But that's, yeah.
Let me tell you this story really quickly. This is actually interesting. Yesterday, no, I will tell the story
wanna hear it.
because this happened yesterday at work. There was a what you call it? Fuck it, I can't think of the word now. I've been drinking. Yeah.
You've been drinking?
Yeah.
He's
Oh, hello.
never gonna come
No,
forward.
cops. No, this guy. He robbed a ice cream shop across the street from
Standoff.
deli. Standoff. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. There we go. And knife. Not a knife. I mean, basically. See, I'm all breaking up right now. I haven't
That's right.
talked because Daniel took
Okay,
up.
so-
like, anyways,
Yeah,
what I'm saying
robbed
is,
the place across from your deli.
yes,
With
and
a
then with a knife, and then he went across the street to a house and tried to break in the home, and he did, and the woman was there.
Took
and
a
he tried
hostage.
to. What's up?
Took a hostage.
No. And tried to break into that home. She yelled for her son. Her son chased the guy. The guy ran across the street towards us, barricaded himself into the cleaners, and then ran the back, had a knife. There's 5 different people chasing him. Basically, standoff, cops showed up. They pulled out their guns because the guy had a knife. And all of a sudden, like 17 people in the street all pulled out their phones. Oh, yeah. And it was weird.
And everyone was praying for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
shooting.
they, that's all they want to.
Swear to God, blow his head off. Blow his head.
Blow his head off. I just want to get. I want to capture it. I want to be the guy that captures it. Yeah, hashtag blow the head off.
If that head blows off, I go viral.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then one of
Get a
the
sitcom.
I
An
pop-
HBO special.
I pop up out of nowhere and I'm like, I'm Burger Podcast Wednesday, 6 p.m.
Yo, we should honestly be hanging out around Talmo's work more often just so we can
Yeah,
promote.
apparently.
that's
we need
Los
to-
Feliz.
Well, you
There's
know
so
what?
many homeless.
I got crank called the other day. I think it was one of my son's friends because my number somehow is public through one of the TV shows or things I did. And so my number ended up on public. So, whatever. The guy was playing around. He was goofy. He was like, he said something like to me. He goes, "Are you a rapist?" And I go, "No, I go,
So
I can't
goofy.
be." I said, "I can't be." I go, "Because your mom was okay with it." We just went back and
Wow.
forth. You know,
You
we
just
did
crank
this whole
called a
thing,
comedian, motherfucker.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you crank
I had
called the
best time
wrong
with him. I had
person.
the best time in the world with
Right.
him, you know. But God damn it, see, you're
What?
contagious. I forgot where I was going with it. We were
I
talking
know.
about
See,
right before
that's
that,
how
we were
I'm
talking-
not-
You're,
spacing out.
I don't know. I just spaced out too, actually.
Anyway,
Robbery,
Robbery.
media promotion at robberies,
Somebody shanking.
shanking, viral
Viral.
videos.
yeah, the kid was telling me because what was funny is during the thing, he's like, "Yeah, well," he goes, "I do YouTube, so I'm gonna put this on YouTube." I go, "Well, since you're not smart enough to block your number, I wouldn't unless you let me know who you are. We get together, link it to me, and promote my show. I'm down." I go, "And by the way,"
Good business move.
I go, "And by the way,"
Yeah.
I go, "I'm Burger Podcast. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. on YouTube." I promoted my show to a crank caller.
That's awesome.
I was thinking that might be one more like.
Did he-
There
He
you go.
might be
One
watching
more-
right
yeah,
now.
right.
He doesn't
What's up,
know.
dude?
At some
Thanks,
point,
dude.
I'm going
Thanks
to
for,
call.
And you're
hanging out with
flipping your
us.
finger.
At some point, I'm calling this kid at 3 in the morning. And because I told him, I told him because when I told him, his mom was okay with it, he goes, "I don't have a mom." I go, "Well, of course." I go, "What parent's going to stay around you? You're a horrible kid." And he goes, "Well, I don't have a dad either." I go, "Again, do you get who you are?
Who's paying your
I go,
phone
"Why
bill?"
would I go, "Whoever's watching you, though," I go kick him in the vagina for being so bad at it that they allow you to do this.
I hope it actually does go viral.
Oh,
Like,
I wish he would put it
Yeah,
up.
put
was
it
a
up.
Great phone call.
Yeah, if you're watching, put it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely
Go
put it
ahead.
up.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
You
I
got the
okay
thumbs
it.
up from the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, it's a great. It was so much fun because I don't get mad. Like so many people, "Who is this? I'll get your number. I'm gonna come kick it." It's some kid having fun. Like why not have fun?
Have fun with
And
them,
it
yeah.
just it was I just think like so many people get mad at kids nowadays. It's like we give them all this shit to occupy their time, but we want to know nothing about them. And I have so many students that are going through this craziness that their parents don't get. And it's like, God damn it, you have to know your children. Like, I talk to my kids. Like, my two, I share custody with me and my ex. And right now, my oldest is in high school, so she's doing a million things. And I'm not one of those dads who's like, "No, it's my time. Fuck you and your friends." It's like, no, have fun. She's like junior varsity soccer goalie. She does track. She does debate. She does choir. She's going to New York. All this shit. My son does school president things. They're doing all this shit. They have all this other crap. So I don't get mad when they can't come down, but I talk to them constantly.
Right.
And I had them full time for the first few years that we were divorced. And I always put in time, and I've missed maybe 3 games in their whole life. And no matter what, I've taken buses. I've walked miles.
past wolves and shit, right?
I did. I had a wolf story where I had to walk past a fucking wolf because I overshot
They're
the
scary.
place I was going. And I ripped one of those huge wood stakes that hold up the tree things
Yeah.
when they put in new trees. I ripped it out of the ground and I'm walking by like this, and this bitch is walking with her
Wait, was it
poodle.
coyote or was it a
No, it
wolf?
was a wolf.
I'm thinking coyotes, actually. I'm thinking coyotes. They're
Yeah, no,
scary.
this was a wolf.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Wolves
yeah,
are. Wolves
this
are. I would
was-
shit
love
my
that you
pants.
called it
Yeah,
a
I was
bitch.
shitting.
Yeah,
And
I would've
this-
shit my
this
pants
bitch doesn't see
completely.
the wolf. This bitch doesn't see the wolf. And so I'm walking and I look like I do. And I have
fucking
a
wolf?
beanie on. Yeah, I have a beanie on. And so I go, "Hey, lady," I go, "there's a wolf over there." And she ignores me.
She's like, "Oh, you're
I'm
not going to
strong.
rape me."
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And so all I was thinking
This is
I
probably
hope
a
the
trick.
wolf
Yeah, it's a
eats-
trick
I go,
to go
"I
into
hope
the
the
woods."
wolf eats you and your dog. Like, I hope you die, bitch.
Actually, not the dog. The dog
I was
didn't
gonna
do
say,
anything.
I hope it
Fuck
eats
the dog.
Oh, the dog.
I hope it
'Cause
eats
I want her to
her.
have to see the dog get eaten.
Oh, then
Yeah,
you
no, I'll
get, then
feel
she
bad
gets
for- I
eaten.
love animals, but if it tortures her, cool.
Okay.
Well, what
Yeah.
if it eats her and then the dog becomes a wolf and then
Yeah.
it eats other
They
shitty
go-
people
Better
later?
story.
Yeah.
I'm going with that.
Right, and they go
like
they
it.
go along their
I
way,
like it.
and the dog
Yeah.
thinks he's a wolf.
But so
that's,
the moral
that's a cute
is-
Disney
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But so
nice,
the moral is-
It has a grizzly at beginning,
yeah,
but
so did
but then he
Bambi.
becomes friends with a rabbit. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
But we all know what really happens is the wolf fucking eats the dog because the dog's way easier.
Well, no, but the
Sure.
moral, the
Well,
moral, the
it's on a
moral of the
leash.
whole thing is the moral of the whole thing is that we're
I'm working
not
on my
watching
Disney
our
pitches.
Kids. We don't know our kids. We're not talking to our kids. Like my daughter will talk to me to vent. She's upset about this or that.
That's a great thing, when
I
your-
let her.
when your kid can talk to you
Oh, my
about
daughter
when you
called
can
me to tell me
vent.
when she got her period. That meant a lot to me because she thought that enough of me to tell me and didn't think I would be like ew or anything like that.
Gross,
Yeah,
girls,
you know,
Like, cooties.
and, I mean, I did do that, but I didn't think I would. No, but and so what it is, because like, okay, I have some of my students, their parents are nannies, babysitters, and they're taking kids to games whose parents should be taking them, who aren't taking them. So those kids are not fulfilled because they're playing a game in front of nobody to impress, so to speak.
They got a stand-in instead of their.
They've got this
I had
lady
those
here.
growing up.
And so here's the thing though, and their kids though aren't doing shit. They're hanging out in the neighborhood because no one's home to take them to sports and no one can afford the sports. So their kids are fucking around becoming gang members. These kids are getting pissed, but they're also becoming very enamored by the people who are taking care of them. So now they're enamored by this other culture, and they're growing up in a culture that's not theirs. Their parents aren't taking care of them. They're bitter. The ladies' kids are pissed off because nobody's doing anything with them, so they're joining gangs and shit and getting in trouble. They're going to jail, doing all this shit. We have a breakdown of parenting, and I think less people need to have kids, like way less. Yeah. And unless you're in it for having the experience of being a parent, don't do it.
Not an accessory.
Oh, I completely agree
Don't
with
do
that.
it because that's just what we do.
But there's an upside. There is an upside to that whole situation.
Which is?
Is it like the bougie parents whose daughters are brought up by like the Mexican nanny? They kind of form an attachment for like bad boys.
Yeah.
And then they become like slutty 26-year-olds and I
we
get
have
to
a
fuck
worse
them.
world all the way around.
Yeah.
And
Johnny
so
gets to fuck 'em.
it's a great thing, and then they're into freaky sex, and you
Which
do all
you get
sorts
out of it, and
things,
that's
it's
yeah,
like,
of course.
it's great because they have low self-esteem, and that's
Well,
number one.
Where we lived,
check mark,
where we
low
lived,
self-esteem.
my mom had a friend who was from Nayarit, and his family was kind of still coming over, and he had this cousin who came over, and she was kind of hot, and so she was living with us. He asked if she could stay with us, and in turn she would clean, not with like me, but my mom. And I was probably about almost 14, and she had made some calls to Guatemala. I knew. I spoke Spanish at that time because where we were living. And so I called her out on it. And then we negotiated down from fucking to making out. Not a story I'm proud of.
Well, how old were you
got
again?
a blowjob.
Just about 14, and I used to fuck my stuffed animals. So,
It's better than a stuffed animal. Yeah, it's a
I
step
was a
up.
horny. I would rub my dick on my mom if I could have gotten away with it.
Well,
my mom was hot as fuck. Like no, seriously, like sick hot, and like she would
Pictures? You have
she would be drunk.
Oh no, but his
Johnny's
sister.
got pictures of my
I got
sister
pictures
naked.
of his sister
Yeah.
in Penthouse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Your sister was in Penthouse?
Yeah, my family's like
For real.
I'm gonna give you my
me.
email address
Wow.
so you can send
No,
it to me later.
seriously, she's
kind of awesome.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
89.
If I
blonde
Google
bush.
Bert, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit there and
No,
look
no,
at
it
your
doesn't
sister.
bother me at all.
No.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the
No,
next
no,
thing.
but no, in life though. But I learned in those things, though, those things happening. The way my dad was killed, all kinds of stuff that came out so publicly. It taught me who gives a shit. I don't care what anyone. What I get is I always look at life like this on a scale of 1 to finding my father shot to death. Where does it matter?
Absolutely.
And nothing does, and that's why I say nothing really matters that much. It's all fun and games. And so, but what I'm saying is, God damn it, I lose my thought.
Well, I like
Hashtag
your
the maid,
no lives
the
matter.
14-year-old, when I was with the maid. But that's how, but that's the thing is we had them around. There's this woman in the house. She's kind of hot. I'm horny as fuck. And then we had another maid who I also tried to fuck. I would have
Can't
fucked
keep
my-
the maids
I would've-
around, Dave.
I would have fucked my stepmom if I could have.
Do you have a Latina fixation?
Nope.
Because
I have no fixation. I like pussy. I don't give a fuck what's wrapped in it. My wife's black. How would I have
Yeah.
a Latina thing? My wife asked
Well, I
me one
just
time.
thought
My wife asked me one time. She goes, do you have a thing for black women, like a black woman fetish? I go, first of all, humans aren't fetishes ever, and second of all, no, I do have a type. I have a type of every woman. I said I do have a type of black woman. You're not it. My wife is my soulmate. She's my ultimate person. Truly.
I see you more.
She's not my type of black woman. My type of black woman is loud as fuck, got big hoop earrings. She's wearing a tank top,
Giant
got
ass.
flip-flops on. Yeah, wearing tight jeans.
Giant ass.
Nope. Crack thin.
I
You
like
know
the
what?
giant
Crack thin?
Crack thin.
I'm on.
Fuck this.
That's
I
it.
thought what we had was fucking
Crack
real.
ass thin. Yeah, I know. Drops the mic. No.
Where are you
Crack-
going?
He's got to put money in his meter, or he went to the door for actually following through on the
He's
act,
going to
and I
follow
like
through
it.
the whole
Yeah.
act out. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
actually gonna
Screw
pull
this.
off.
Yeah, you really
He
fucked
ripped-
yourself on the seat.
Yeah.
But it was worth the act out. Sit down. But no, I like crack thin.
Wow, he really was.
Yeah.
Going through the whole thing.
Crack
That's
thin.
cool.
Yeah, crack thin. But I see. When I was living in Pacoima, when I used to sell crack, we would be like either Haddon, Mercer, Mercer Street Projects,
So
or
those are the women you're
Pierce
around.
Street. And they were the women I grew up. And on Plummer and Van Nuys, where I was
Oh.
always coming by late at night.
Beautiful town.
There were always
Beautiful-
hookers there.
beautiful
There were
neighborhood.
always
town.
hookers there, and I would hang out and rap with them, and just talk, bum cigarettes off them, and things like that.
Freestyle
But then
rap?
when I got older, occasionally, a lot of times we would do like Biggie. But yeah,
Yeah.
and I never lose flow. It's amazing about me. But no, what was funny is like I would, when I was still living around there, I would drive by Plummer and Van Nuys when I was older and like just grab a hooker. And I didn't care. I don't have a problem with hookers. Like I don't look.
It's a
down on
business.
them.
It's a business.
Not even that. It's just like I don't even look down on them. I want to
It's
fuck.
stupid that it's illegal.
They're cool with
Agreed.
$20.
It's stupid
Yeah,
that it's
and,
illegal.
and there it was like $20 to fuck.
As Stanhope says again, I always reference Stanhope, but he goes, maybe someone who really needs a blowjob meets someone who really needs $40. You'd think perfect couple.
Right?
But you're doing $20.
Yeah, exactly. What's-
This is
$20 is a good deal.
definitely a look. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
I
look
like that.
piece.
Yeah.
It's a look.
Yeah, I
Same
like the
the
look.
crack
Yeah,
word,
yeah.
like,
I
Yes.
found
skinny as a
found
crack
Also
word.
like the white trash girl, the trashy-ass white girl. Dawn Baker, love you. And I like the Latin girl. I like cholas.
Oh, I do like cholas.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
love 'em.
cholas are
Yeah.
fun.
question. I
Yeah,
found
because
this,
they're gonna like cut my nuts off at some
Yeah,
point. Like
yeah.
you just don't know when it's gonna go bad. Like I'm okay with that.
question. I found this weed service recently that will allow me to pay with my credit card.
Yes.
Do you know of a hooker service that will provide such?
The brothels do.
I really okay. You
Is
know,
every
I'm,
goddamn
that,
thing going to be a
but-
bit?
I'm
No,
a stickler for my bills.
Well, we're right around the corner.
The
The brothels
I
do.
need to stay on top
They do.
of my accounting. My
No,
manager's pissed
there
on
is.
my
You,
spending.
you actually
Just
can.
your cat.
You
Your
can
per
in
diem a
Los
day.
Angeles get a
Yeah,
hooker on
yeah,
a credit card
of course,
because
it's
look in the
Express.
LA Express. Like absolutely. Yeah.
Actually,
Actually,
it's
with
a
one of those,
massage.
things
it's a
on-
home massage and they're hookers.
Right.
Are you looking for a hooker, really? Yeah. Because it sounds that way. You've really kind of gone around about it.
Because you're in the right place,
Yeah.
if that's the case.
Were you about to leave?
To go get a hooker. Actually, he's gonna go get a
It was
hooker.
an improv.
Yeah, he's gonna go get a hooker.
It was a homage.
It was
from
an
a
act
previous episode, right?
No, he stole it from Patrice
I
O'Neill.
can't, you know what? Let's not kill Daniel because I like him.
Caught.
Daniel's like
fucking hack.
Was Daniel doing a homage from a previous episode the last time he was here?
to Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
Did I do that last time I was here?
No, you did not. You're
No,
just
was it-
doing it with
was it
somebody
first?
else.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh,
Nobody remembers
that's
her
really
name,
funny.
yeah.
Somebody really walked out.
Hey,
Yeah, but
watch
she's a horse
episode.
with
What
no
was
name.
it? 17.
Whatever it was.
Go back to the backlogs, find that, see if you can
It
get
was
the reference.
Major ratings. It was major ratings. It was great. Meltdown. 20 people viewed.
Yeah, it was a great episode if you haven't seen it. It really was funny. Yeah.
It should be
was
the best
awkward.
of episodes.
But you know what it is? Here's the thing: is someone was saying like, you know, we were talking about the producer thing, and you know, who's the piece of shit, and you know, a lot of people don't get how it's not just guys that are like, oh, women are fucking their way on the stage. It's not that women are fucking their way on stage. The same amount of women are fucking their way on the stage that men are.
True.
But it's that people are in general, and the women that do it make it so hard for funny comic. Excuse me, I'm dying.
Love that word, hard.
Female comics
dying.
make it so
I'm real hard.
Halfway
They
there.
make it so hard
So
for other female
nonchalant.
comics to get chances. They're taking stage time that real female comics. Elaine Boozler was just a great comic.
Absolutely.
I thought. Just so funny, so original. Of course, so great. And you know, people like that. There was a bunch of others at the time that were so funny. And women have gotten such a shit rap. And you know, you think about it, and it's like just that comics nowadays are shit. The ones that make it.
But
Thanks,
call
man.
back to last week's show.
No, you haven't made it, Daniel. You're
Just
okay.
Because she was
You're good.
a
Mine,
lesbian
he
doesn't
did.
mean she couldn't have blown someone. Like Elaine Boozler.
Elaine Boozler was not a lesbian.
No?
No.
Oh.
I don't believe Elaine Boozler is a lesbian. I wouldn't care. I would respect her even more if she was.
My gaydar goes off.
I would respect her even more if she was.
Like, who's like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think she's.
I don't think
if
she
she is, she isn't out. But if she was, I would respect her.
Yeah,
even
it wouldn't
more.
be. Yeah,
Who's-
it would've been better.
Yeah, no, she's
Elaine
great.
Boozler.
Yeah, no, she's absolutely phenomenal. But that's the thing. But
Just an
that's the
indicator.
thing is
Don't you snooze on the boozler, bro.
you know what? Though? But we went from Elaine Boozler to a Whitney Cummings, and Whitney Cummings is not funny. These people aren't funny. You know, Gerard Carmichael, who I like as a person, had a failure of a special, but he's getting another special before other comics even get a chance.
Yeah.
To be fair though, I've seen him live, and I think he's a really good comic.
He's a great story.
I did hear that his first special. I haven't seen it
Yeah, it
yet,
was
but I heard his first special was a little rough. But I think he's a great
he's a
comic.
Comedy Store one?
Storyteller. Yeah, he's a great storyteller. He's not a funny stand-up comic. He's a great storyteller.
Let me.
We had a really fast rise, right?
Oh, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
In a
because he
day.
started the same
Yeah.
time I did. Yeah, because
It was
we were
because,
in the same
Just so
group.
we know, I was right there. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I would say there's 3 specials at the store in the last like 2 years. There was
Louis C.K.,
Louis C.K.,
Gerard.
and there's one.
Who else did it?
what's his name did one?
The fucking I hate him.
Yeah.
Uh,
well, not
Delio?
No,
No.
Sam Barr did one recently too.
well,
At the-
Ari
Roseanne Barr.
Shafir. Ari Shafir.
Yeah, Ari Shafir.
Ari Shafir.
They all did it at the store. They all did it. And they were some of the worst specials I've ever
Actually,
seen.
I kind of liked his. I don't know why. And
Louis
I'm not.
isn't bad.
I could take it or leave him. I mean, it's not a. I'm just.
I thought
I didn't
I'll
like
just say
Louis.
this,
I didn't
that
like
dude for Colin Mencia out. It's got a lot of shaky premises, but Shafir.
Shafir's.
Yeah, just telling girls how to suck his dick. I mean, Dice told that joke long before Ari ever did it. From Kipadata. But
The thing with me is when you do, if you want to do a special, it's like, don't do it at a club. Do it.
It's that. Why are they still getting like? Here's the thing: if a boxer loses the championship fight, other boxers get a chance
Right.
before he gets that chance again. Generally, unless you're a
moneymaker.
Unless we're talking about two of the best.
Right.
Yeah, like Pacquiao, Mayweather. People want to see them fight again because their fight. Like if the fight was great, we want the sequel.
Kimbo Slice and Shamrock.
Okay, so and we want the sequel. So, but if it was a fight, say like Rossi and the girl she beat in 4 seconds, do we really want a sequel?
You know
No.
what? It was 8 seconds. by
Whatever
the
it
way.
was, we don't need a sequel. And
Counting
that's
the
the thing. If
timeout.
your special was
I think
bad,
that was a movie, 8
you
seconds.
need to go back to work for a while.
Yeah.
Other comics need to get a chance to have a special just because people like you. That's the problem with stand-up comedy. It's about connections and likability and connections.
It's
mostly.
definitely marketing now, of course.
And marketing, but it's the connections of the marketing.
Social
Anyone
media
can be
presence.
marketed.
It's social media presence. Yeah, if you have a social
Which is
media
marketing,
I
but
mean,
it's-
it's the same thing. A buddy of mine and I spoke about this a long time ago with people that all of a sudden become huge hits on social media, and all of a sudden now they're
touring
performing.
comics.
They're touring
Headlining.
comics, except they don't have any.
Theaters.
They don't have 5
6
minutes of material.
Dat Fan was the best one. He finally's got time.
Sure,
For all this time.
but at least he was.
He's a nice guy.
right? At least he
Yeah.
was a comic when he started.
Nice
though.
guy comic.
But I'm talking like-
he
I'm
got
talking
where he got because of the love and
YouTube
everything
sensation
else.
people that do stupid stuff.
yeah.
Now all of a sudden they're selling out comedy clubs,
Yeah.
and it's like
And
really.
they're not funny, and people stop going to see comedy.
Then people stop to see comics.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we're not going to go see comedy.
Fuck this.
We went
Also-
down to see it. It
45
was
minutes
awful.
set
This is
from
the
a-
famous
yeah.
people.
Right.
Fuck
Yeah, I don't want to see
anyone
the
else.
unfamous. Yeah, exactly.
The problem is too is that Netflix actually plays a huge problem. You go Netflix, you type in comedy, like I want to watch a comedy.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a movie, and you get like
Aziz
dozens
Ansari.
of fuck that.
So many specials, though.
specials of comics. Like what?
Who can afford to produce
Who?
their own special.
Right. How?
And or have the connections to have their special
Exactly.
produced.
Yeah, but you
It's-
can find out in 10 minutes what they're doing.
Doesn't matter
Doesn't
though.
matter.
They got
We
exposure.
could- You know what
Other
they're going
people
to get?
maybe not.
You know what they're going to get? Another series on NBC or whatever, and they're gonna redo Undateable, and it's all gonna run still.
Undateable's
And other
live!
people- and other people are gonna still get more specials, and all this stuff. And Saturday Night Live is still gonna be horrible, and they're not gonna realize to stop putting frauds and stop giving these frauds chances and make comedy real again.
I say stay true to integrity. Who have we talked about all night? We talked about Hicks. We talked about Patrice O'Neill.
Did we talk about
We
Hicks?
talked about
Yeah.
Stanhope.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
I don't think we did.
Burgers.
We talked about
But glad we did. I mean, we brought them up.
mutually
you know.
respect these people. We fucking respect these people because these are the gods in our
Yeah,
court.
you think? Of
course.
And everyone
Right.
you name pretty much is dead.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well,
almost there.
Stanhope's almost there. He's
Yeah.
working on it.
There's a few nights where it could have been questionable.
He's working on it.
Thanos dead inside.
Which makes him funny. That's what makes
he
him
is
funny.
funny.
So
That dude is a
yeah,
scary-
it makes him funny because
But
he's dead
that's
inside.
that's what we're aspiring for is the integrity of it. You know, that's
Right.
what we really want. Is we want the integrity of people who just want to think of funny, original shit, push boundaries, and not be scared.
That's not who's getting in.
But
Yeah, especially pushing
either
boundaries.
way,
Pushing
they
boundaries
all
is definitely
wash
not
up-
going to get a
They
television
all
show.
wash up anyways, man.
No,
They
it's
wash
true,
up.
yeah.
Look, I mean, the whole fact is, look at these people getting on Conan and the Tonight Show, and they're these shit comics.
Well,
and
the
you're just like,
Conan, I know the secret in the Conan. Well, no, not
Is it up, down, down, left, right, BA, start?
almost like that. It's almost the point that this
Konami code.
just perform a lot.
The Konami Konami code.
Are you guys done?
yeah, you guys know. You guys know this is a one at a time thing.
Really? Because it hasn't felt like that.
No, no,
Perform.
no.
Jeremy, do you want
It
a
is the
beer, by the
burger
way?
No, I'm actually listening. Because I kind of want to know what the secret is, so I can
Oh,
get
I
on
know.
Conan.
But I was saying you
Like, I
bought me
want to
these
know.
beers, and then like I feel like I shot.
No, I'm
you
okay.
one.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm okay.
But no, the majority of the comics that have been on Conan that are from LA have come through the Silver Lake area. They perform in the Silver Lake area. Those bar shows, not club shows.
You don't see Conan at the Family Room.
No,
Well, but obviously, because you got to go to Hipster Town if you want to get
That's-
made.
no, that's what-
That's how it fucking works. That's what the East Side's
Putting
about.
my-
That's
my-
what
I'm
it's been about
still
for a
kind of
long
new
time.
back to this area.
But
so
I
I'm
mean,
going to
but
Silver Lake
that's-
to start
Silver Lake,
performing.
yeah.
But
Silver
that's
Lake's
I'm
what-
Silver
like
Lake.
that.
That's my area.
That's all you
When
gotta
it
do.
that's it.
started, like when the hipster infiltration started in the East Side, the thing that you notice when you go to bars is that everyone worked in the industry.
Wait,
Everyone
wait,
was
wait.
Behind
You're
the
still
line.
sidebarring.
It's they can't hear shit as much, but Kevin's not smart. Yeah, he knows. He's got some technical skills
I
here,
like
but no.
he didn't mention you
but-
in that.
Well,
Kevin.
hold on, wait. Let me get back further because this is
Okay,
this
go,
is
go, go,
serious
go, go,
OH
go,
shit
go,
here,
yeah.
guys. But like in 2002, you'd go to the bar and everyone was an associate producer,
Sure,
whatever. It was all the people who are working behind the line in the industry,
Right.
And it's like, of course, now you go to that place because everyone's got their nice house up the street. No one wants to go to fucking North Hollywood or God forbid the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Like as an actual patron, because why do I want to go sit back next to like Israeli douchebag instead of
Wow.
sitting in? Well, no, we're
That
going to
came
like
out of
the
nowhere.
cool hipster gay bar.
no.
You know,
You have a
is-
point. You have a point.
I love all
Not only that, but
Israelis.
they're doing house shows now. Like, why the fuck would I go to the comedy
Pamela
store
Walt
when I
started
can
that, by
see
the way.
Louis in my fucking neighbor's backyard?
Oh, and let me just
Exactly.
say, Pamela Walt
or
started
or
that.
Netflix, like you were saying with Netflix. So like you can
It's
turn
just-
on Netflix and just watch
comedy
Netflix.
is dying.
Yes.
It's always been
No,
dying.
comedy died in the 80s.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's
Right.
trying to come back.
There was a
and
show
it's not.
I did a Turbo Tuesday show. This is like 2 months ago.
UBG.
UBG at Universal
yeah.
Bar and Grill, and whoever Mikey booked, I forgot the gentleman's name, but he spent 3 minutes trying to adjust his Periscope.
This is going to make me
trying
big.
to
Oh,
Periscope
It's getting awful.
his set
Right.
while he's trying to do this.
I got three
and then,
viewers in Norway. They're
and
gonna.
then it's like
and the thing about
comedy's
it-
dead. This
Yes.
is
Yeah.
stupid.
When people talk about they want to film, they want to go to comedy clubs and put a camera up and start filming. It's like, well, you're killing the idea of anybody ever. It's hard enough to get people to come to shows
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you're really killing the idea of. And as far as a Periscope person goes,
what your
Yeah.
pussies is missing is that you're introduced to the international market. You get that bitch in Norway to suck your cock, kick you down a little cash, life is good, Boom!
Hey.
but the Periscope guy, that's funny.
Terrible
the Periscope
timing.
guy is hilarious because does he have hours and hours of material?
No.
Like, is he gonna? It's like
Seconds
if you
and
Periscope
seconds.
that, that's your set. That's your set. Now people have seen it.
makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Well, we watched yesterday at the UBG. We watched a comic come in there, name drop, do this and that, not connect to the crowd at all, and just be really douchey and think he's hot shit.
Yeah.
He's not hot shit. He's hustling. no.
His name is
let me
not
just
Daniel Vargas.
Your set was bland and everything. No.
Authentic, though. It was authentic.
But I don't
yeah.
think
You weren't
think
douchey.
you're shit. Yeah, no, I don't ever think you think you're shit.
and I wasn't there.
yeah.
I wasn't there.
No, but so then a
Oh,
couple
never
people
mind.
go up and do these like shit sets, and there's a group there, and people are doing their like road 10-year sets
Yeah.
to this group, but it's UBG.
Yeah.
Comedy is supposed to be a reality. You're a UBG.
You're there. You be
Be in the
you.
moment.
Get out. You're not here for people to go, oh my God, you're so funny. And I ended up having a really good set of just fucking with the crowd. This girl went up after me. Or someone went up after me, did really well. And then Jen Murphy went up and crushed. Yeah, just did phenomenal. Then a couple people were doing great. And, you know, things like that. And it's like what it is. Like I was at the Lotus Lounge with Ryan Pfeiffer.
Oh God, love that place.
Blast. You
Yeah.
know, but some people were going up and doing blah, blah, and shitting on the place. And it
No,
was going
they
nowhere.
want to go to point A to point B. And
Yeah.
that's the problem with all these specials you see too. They go to point A to point B, and there's no nature to them
No,
at all.
There's no humanity.
Yeah,
humanness.
and so they're just like, oh, let me just tell you the stories, go to this and go to that, and they're actually not getting involved with the audience and bringing them to them. You got like for me, with the whole thing with comedy, is like you got to grab them by the hair and just
Yeah.
drag them through.
See, it's not real art unless
God
you're
damn it,
talking
wait,
about
wait.
eating assholes.
what the fuck is wrong with you? You're like Shecky Green over there.
Hey, Green.
right? Well, I like what-
Voices, man. This
what-
guy's amazing.
It's not art unless you're talking about eating
We are not looking
No, but
for
I
Ed
like
McMahon.
what you're saying,
Calm
Ryan.
down. Oh, hold on, guys, be quiet,
Shaky
quiet,
green.
quiet,
No,
quiet.
don't worry about it. They can't. I can overtalk
but
everybody
there's-
anyway.
We got
But
minutes. We got minutes.
let me
Let's
just
do
say,
this.
no, I like what you're saying there because it's like they are. I think with
art.
well, and then coming from music, you know, like the same things happen in music where these kids now they get the goddamn computers, they have YouTube,
they're playing
they
three
learn
chords.
covers from whatever, they get much better. They record an album. You never go spend 2 years in the fucking clubs playing in front of people live every
Sleeping in
single
your
week,
van.
sleeping in your van, living the life
Yeah.
to ever know it. So what are you going to talk about? Like
That's the
number
problem.
one
That's why
thing
your
my bastard
special
old
sucks.
man told me when I was a kid and I told him I want to be a writer. The old man said, it's like, what the fuck do you have to write about that anyone cares
Yeah.
about? And it's the greatest piece of advice he's ever given me because it's like, I'm going to write about that time where like I overdosed on heroin while fucking two dudes. That's something to write
Well, and
about.
see, that's
What?
But
I
it's having experience.
Yeah, it's-
when
that's
I started
But like us
comedy,
on
I came with a
Facebook.
lifetime. When I started comedy, I came with a lifetime of material. What I didn't have was any stage presence or any comfortableness on stage at all. And it took me a long time to be even comfortable on stage. Literally, if I would tell a joke and people didn't laugh, it crushed my soul.
Of course.
Oh, I'm a fucking piece of
Crushes my
shit. I
soul.
should kill myself. Fuck.
Now it crushes
But
my
I
soul.
learned, this is an art. Some shit's gonna hit.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
I think
you
when my
know.
soul gets crushed, I actually kind of enjoy
Yeah,
it
you
sometimes.
know,
like
and
it's
it-
like
It's good to know you can feel still.
Yeah.
But
Still in that soul
Yeah.
crushing part.
but
guys.
but I had the material.
You'll be all right.
And it was developing the comic.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, as a comic, you can either come with material and develop your comedy, or you could start it as a kid, so to speak, like 18, 19, 20s, and you create experiences while becoming a comic.
Yeah.
But if you come in and you have an in already and you're connected and you don't have to do anything, your special's going to suck. Your TV show's going to suck. Your everything's going to suck because you can't relate to the country. You can't relate to the world. You can relate to the few idiots you were making laugh at
Yeah.
the clubs that had to let you on or you had friends to bring.
Well, as Eddie Pepitone says, he goes, all these kids are talking about is Batman and pussy. I think that's exactly kind of what you're saying. Like, it's like that's all you got because you're 18. Like, what are you going to
Because
talk
they have
about?
nothing to relate to. They don't
No, they haven't
have-
done anything yet. And that's fine as long as you have the 10 years in comedy of being on the road and doing the experiences and getting that life, and then you got shit to talk about. But if your life didn't give you the experiences, if you didn't already come with them, you need to get them.
How old were you started doing
I
stand-up?
started comedy at 34.
Same. 31, I think.
So you came already have done shit.
Right, and I always think I always go back and I go, man, maybe I wanted to start earlier. For like 10 years, I would go watch it, and I didn't. And then I think about it now, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't.
Well, you
'Cause
did
I don't.
start earlier in your whole life.
Well, yeah, but
was the thing.
but in from watching from that point of view,
Mm-hmm.
but not actually performing. And then I think about it, I'm like, no, actually, I'm glad I didn't start when I was 18, 19 years old. I'm glad I
No,
started when I was.
if you start 18, 19, I know too many comics that started that young of age, and it's because everyone wants to be that Eddie Murphy.
Right. They want to be that edgy.
They want to be that
Dave Chappelle. I mean, he was like
couldn't
brilliant
not
at
try to
18.
be
But
anyone
they're-
else.
No, I don't. I
Yeah.
don't need to be edgy. I'm
They're
not,
golden
or
eggs.
If it
Like,
happens,
there-
it happens.
There's
but I don't.
few of them. There's not a lot, but everyone wants to be one of them. Like they have to hang outside the bar. Right. So
Well,
you know,
Talmo's a perfect example because see, that's why I say I already came with my personality. I was who I was when I started comedy. You were 31. You were already pretty formed. You know, you're pretty much who you're gonna be. Talmo started out comedy, fresh face.
yeah.
Has done every mic you could fucking do. Has gone, hosted shows, done all this shit, done every show he could get on, all this stuff, and has slowly developed into the comic he is, but who he always was.
Yep.
It's just the growth of that person.
Yeah.
And that's his time in comedy, not being in San Diego, being in LA, seeing some, doing different things, but the development. That's how a comic also develops. You either have the material or it all develops and you learn how to really connect it. It's like your ass eating.
Yeah.
At first, and people literally
Just like
cringe. People
Yeah.
would cringe when he would do it.
Yeah.
Now,
Sensei.
he made a winery fucking die laughing. The first show we did there.
Oh yeah, they
Had
loved
the,
it.
the winery dying, packed house. All conservative, rich white people. Dying over his porn stuff and ass.
You know why? Because everybody eats ass.
Well,
there you
everybody
go.
does.
And,
and that's the thing, and he sold it.
Right, you
because
sold
he didn't
it.
care what they thought at first when he very first started, and everyone went like, wow.
Yeah.
And he just went, and they went, okay, look, yeah, we do.
yeah.
Like,
We might be
okay.
rich
But
white
that's-
conservative
that's the
people,
same-
but we eat ass.
Or we wish we could admit it.
So
Yeah.
I have this bit about like having the vision of having a threesome with my father.
I love this fucking bit.
And it's such. The first time I did it, I was booed. I was booed off stage. Like people were mad at me.
Where was
I did
that?
Universal Bar and Grill.
Really?
It was crowded. Yeah, it was a turbo night, and people. You were there probably.
I don't know what
And
Turbo Night is.
I was like, I knew this is gold. This is gonna work. And if people don't like it and they actually react negatively, like that's gold. It's gonna go somewhere.
No, that's the right state of mind to
So-
have. If they hate it, do it.
Yeah, and that's where
That's why I'm single.
it built, and it built. Yeah, we got it. Okay,
Tomo, you
Okay,
might be the
we
most
got- we got-
loved
we
guy
got,
in this
wrap
room.
things
wrap
up.
this
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
My clock just went off my meter. So I gotta,
go for it.
I
Okay.
mean, my valet parking that you guys
Yeah, right.
set up. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay, to wrap it up, I think a lot of us think. I think a lot of us feel that Amy Schumer might have stolen that joke. Not cool. She admitted that it was his joke. She admitted that, but never gave homage during the show. Closed it out with the joke. I wonder how many else she stole. We also know that a lot of people get shit. A lot of people are misinformed in this world as to who everyone is. I appreciate our jumping guest to even make that more clear. And if I could say your name, I would. Yeah.
A resident Middle Eastern person.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
And so, I think, and then we barely touched on the fact that the elections are a joke. But we'll get into that next week.
elections are a joke.
They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everything's
I mean,
a
I
joke.
do it because I like to vote. I feel like it.
Vote for-
But it doesn't matter.
Can we not have?
Oh, and I am going to say in closing,
Vote for Berger.
I called it that Lamar Odom thing was a hoax. I said it was a hoax, and I said it's his way to come back, and it's his only way back into the NBA because, oh my God, he was in a coma. He's making a comeback. I think the dude's working out. I think it's all bullshit, and it's all been set up, but that's a total pull out of my ass thing.
See, now
So,
I don't feel
yeah.
bad about the cameras in the hospital.
Yeah, no. I literally feel like the whole thing's bullshit, but that's just pulling it out of my ass. Other than that, I think we realized that Amish rape.
happens.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Amish. Yes.
You could do whatever you want with a gift shop.
Right.
And
You open a gift shop and do
And
whatever.
so,
where you guys
social
gonna be?
media is ruining comedy.
Totally killing.
But like
comedy,
us on
yeah.
Facebook and follow.
Yes, please
Yeah.
do. Please do. For
It
God's
really
sakes, we need to
is.
like. Tell me where you're gonna be at, buddy.
You guys know, I like what Zoo on Sundays, and then I got the Universal Bar and Grill.
Great show.
Fuck
Monday.
Your Bringer show.
Love that show.
Great show.
That's on coming up Monday, next Monday.
Johnny,
I got
what-
90 likes on it, so
Fuck yeah.
it's gonna be a
Johnny,
show.
what you got going on, buddy?
I have got upcoming November 8th. It is the start of the Sunday Show Live $25 cash prize open mic in Echo Park. You guys want to get on Conan O'Brien?
Park.
Come to my
Echo.
open mic in
It's
Echo
true.
Park.
Possibly win
You'll never win
$2,500.
$25 because the
You might
hipster
get
bands are so much
$2,500.
better. But you'll get a good time, cheap drinks, whatever.
$2,500.
Good
What's the venue?
times. 1836 Sunset
Okay.
Studios.
Cool.
And it'll be live on YouTube,
$2,500.
YouTube Live. Plus the puppet show's coming soon.
I have a new podcast that I just started. We're about 4 episodes in right now.
We don't promote competition.
Okay, cool. No, it's podcast. It's not on YouTube. It's fine. It's on iTunes. It's called Bleak and Review. It's Bleak and Review. Me and my friend Matt Brousseau, another comedian, we host it. We put out one every week on Wednesdays.
Great
so big
podcast.
competition. Yeah, Talma was on episode
Yeah.
2. Go listen to that
Oh,
if you don't want to listen to anything
Fun
else.
podcast.
That's a good episode. We talk a lot about comedy, like we were talking about. Hit 'em Hard makes an appearance. That's another story for another podcast.
You had him?
No. The topic of him.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Here's the
Cape.
thing, this is where you at, not
Yeah, fair enough. And I'll be at UBG this Sunday at 9:45, doing a show hosted by John Fahey. And we do stuff.
9:45.
I came on here to get work.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Daniel ain't got a fucking thing going on.
No, I'm going to be Universal Bar and Grill Tuesdays, Turbo Tuesdays. Come see me. I'll eat shit in front of you.
Okay. Hopefully Jeremy's got more.
actually eat a bag of
I really hope
It's delicious.
he has more than that.
Yeah. Well, I'll be doing. Actually, I'm doing my own YouTube podcast at 6 o'clock on Wednesdays.
Oh,
So
yeah?
you guys,
Really?
yeah, I'll be.
Will it be live?
Yeah, it'll be live.
Oh
yeah.
fuck yeah, guys! Fuck guys! Check that out. Yeah.
I am not Burger.
I'm not Burger.
No, I'll be at Mesquite on November 5th at Casablanca, and then I'll be at the Planet Hollywood featuring for Edwin San Juan, who's a great comic.
Oh,
for,
great
Oh,
guy,
love.
yeah.
Yeah.
for,
San Juan's
in
great.
November during Thanksgiving week. So if you're in Vegas,
Nice.
places, yeah.
Nice.
I will be at. We're gonna be up in Vegas.
Yeah.
At Adrenaline on the.
Oh, I love that
18th
shit.
and
Yep,
21st.
great show.
And yeah, Jack Tommy's so
Jack-
great.
he's the best.
Oh, one of the best guys. And then I got some shit coming up. I just can't remember it right now. I got something coming up next week. God damn it. Well, I'll tell you.
Oh,
Like me on Facebook.
Is it
I'll see
a
it.
wheelhouse
Guys,
show? No, wheelhouse.
I'm Burger Podcast. Remember one thing. Your kids suck. Mine don't.
Ah.